In 2011, a film was released, but I never watched it at the time. But it's now been released on 4K, so I decided to buy it. Let's see if it's any good. Welcome to Mad Marty Movie Reviews. Now, this film came out in 2011 and was directed by Steven Soderbergh. A budget of 60 million and got 130 million worldwide, which wasn't very successful, but not too bad. Now, it centres on the storyline of what happens when a pandemic starts, and this film is terrifying. Now, we all went through the pandemic with COVID, and we all know, don't touch that, don't touch this, and what happens. But this here film came out 8 years before the COVID, and it's nearly like for like. Everything's the same way of transmission, except this one seems to be even more deadly. Now, the cast in it are fantastic. You have Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow's husband and wife. Lawrence Fishburne as the head of the task force trying to figure out what's the cause of this pandemic. And under him, you have Kate Winslet's out in the field, and Marianne Cotillard, who's in Hong Kong, where they think where it all started. And then of course you have Jude Law, plays a YouTuber journalist who's out kind of whistleblow anything he can to make himself more famous. And they're all fantastic. Every one of their storylines is very well done, and they all act brilliantly. What makes this film so good is how their attention to detail. Now, it just shows you from the first minutes what happens when the pandemic starts, like around the world. How the governments react to it, most of the corruption is involved, how the scientists are trying their best to figure out what's causing it, and then how to get a cure. And this film seems to do it perfectly. It is so realistic, which makes it terrifying. This is definitely the scariest non-horror movie I've probably watched in years. Now, I got the Steelbook. Look at this, and it's actually pretty good. I love the way they have the Contagion wrote down using the letters from the cities that all the infections are in. And it's a nice Steelbook. It's nothing special, but it looks a lot better in person than it does in photographs. You can just kind of have fully opened out, and inside where you have the 4K disc and the Blu-ray disc. Now onto the disc itself. This film is reference quality. The picture on this is just fantastic, with full aspect ratio, so no black bars, and it does feel like you're in a cinema. The quality is so sharp throughout the whole film, and Steven Soderbergh uses an unusual colour palette, but HDR just enhances it, doesn't blow it out, it just makes it look even better. Now, and onto the sound. The sound is just 5.1 DTS, but this film is like dialogue driven, so it's nearly all front channels anyway. It doesn't really need the surround effects, and it doesn't miss it. It doesn't need Atmos. This is just perfect for the film, and it does a great job of it. Now, this is as best you're going to get this film, and if you're a fan of the film, just go out and buy it. You're not going to get better than this. I'll leave a wee link in my description for where I got on Amazon, and it was a good deal, I think, for a Steelbook. Now, if you like this little review, give me a wee thumbs up, and leave down a comment. See if you have seen this film, what do you think of it? I think it's fantastic. I'm glad I waited till after COVID to watch this, because I think it actually added to how much enjoyment I got in it, because we have lived through it ourselves. And I shall hopefully be back with a new review soon. So thanks very much for watching, and bye bye.